We give thanks to God today for Hope25.
Right across our country, from the north to the south.
From the east to the west.
Anglicans have been proclaiming the hope we have in Jesus.
People have been bold in giving invitations.
Are courageous in sharing their stories.
And faithful in speaking about hope.
Many people have heard about Jesus
and have taken steps towards faith.
As a parish, it's been so energising and encouraging to intentionally focus on sharing the good news of Jesus.
It's been a very inspiring time.
It's a great privilege to be part of this Hope25 adventure. During Hope25, we had a market stall where we asked people, what gives you hope?
We invited friends and family to a preaching series on faith's tricky questions.
We ran chapel services on hope in the hospital.
We held an international dinner.
We ran a sermon series on hope.
Our parish ran an Alpha course.
We put on the John drama in partnership with Wycliffe Bible translators.
We've opened an emergency food relief pantry for those in need in our community.
Held public worship at a picnic and members of the community joined us in Civic Park.
We like to write and share our own stories.
We handed out Luke's Gospel.
We had a church camp with evangelism train.
We ran Alpha and had a sermon series about hope.
We prayed more.
We held a Festival of Hope in Theology and the Arts.
We had a wonderful afternoon tea with patron sip, and we had the bishop to come and talk to us about hope after death.
We are running the Faith Shared course.
We are praying and distributing more and more Bibles and Christian books.
We ran a Hope Beyond Death afternoon to help people think about the hope that they have in this life and in the next life.
We had a wonderful response to our open invitation, a wonderful night of fellowship to all come together in a small community.
One parish ran a course explaining the evidence for the resurrection.
I've hosted a special Sunday service where a wonderful person has given a testimony designed so that young people can have hope for their future.
We ran a gospel music open mic in the township of Wonthaggi for Christian and non-Christians in the community. We held regular prayer meetings and teaching on sharing our faith. People shared testimonies in church.
We ran Alpha during Lent.
We also put on an event called Bishop Cooks, where the bishop came and shared over a meal his love of Jesus through the framework of his love and passion for food and cooking.
We became united in sharing Jesus.
We hosted a diocesan songwriting workshop and then premiered some of those pieces during Synod.
We've been going into the school at Bringa Park Primary to give afternoon tea to the parents while they wait for their children on Friday. And they are really excited about us coming in there and giving them some love and care. And then on Pentecost Sunday, we're celebrating and inviting those people to come to a service.
We also put on the Ripple Effect. We've put on the Alpha course and put on Hymns We Love.
We've invited people to our evangelistic classes, to a Sunday dish where we invite people to come in and have lunch with us.
We've also began and are still running an Alpha course. And some people are there who are returning to faith, others have no faith and are seeking faith.
One parish ran a high tea explaining hope.
And we hosted the last service for the Diocesan Camino, which was a Hope25 activity.
We've been able to travel down the river and listen to what people around us actually need from the church.
It's because we were kayaking along 570 kilometres of journey. I don't know, it was the way we came to people, Simon, but it seemed to me that people really opened up to us about the needs of their community in a really honest way.
Welcome to our Tuesday morning reflection as we travel along the river for our Hope25 project.
Just encountering the resurrected Jesus in that setting was a rich experience too.
We got to know our brothers and sisters throughout Australia, also sharing the hope that we have in Jesus.
What an encouragement it's been.
What a wonderful way to go for Hope25, hey?
We praise God for the many who have heard of our hope.
For those we have welcomed into our churches.
And for those who have believed in Jesus.
We ask God to continue to bless our church
as we live in hope.
and proclaim God's kingdom and the mission that God has among us.